I have to repeat that a little bit. Fortunately, I have at least a tiny amount of health regen, so that will come in handy. And you can take a few hits. Time to die, creature. Your masters are dead. I think it's high time that you joined them. And you have done so. Thank you for your cooperation. And enjoy your stay in hell. Yes, I'll get that stone after I've taken a look at their bodies. See, some alcohol, money. Game. Thank you. More alcohol. I'm not taking the pin because it's irrelevant. A little food. A power stone and a whetstone. What's the power stone, I have to ask? Let's see. Key to the gate of their base. And this seeing stone is what I need next. But Radovid the Stern, the leader of some nation, probably.
Bravo! An impressive slaughter. Here I feared
Who
those
is
idiots
this?
would bore me with incessant pleas, but they proved entertaining after all.
What?
Who are you?
Radovid, I don't like being interrupted.
Oh.
Listen,
And I
Radovid,
care.
I don't much care what you like. You'd better explain your connection to Salamandra. I'm sure we'll meet someday.
Nobody said that to me in a long time. I like you. You go straight for the jugular. I'll tell you who I am. I'm not out of fear. I share nothing in common with Salamandra. Absolutely nothing.
Something to do with Redania, perhaps? Wherever the hell that is.
I changed my mind.
A tool?
Political leverage, Witcher.
Can you be clearer?
I can, but I won't. Suffice to say that Salamandra's actions don't suit me right now, which makes us allies. Good luck, Witcher, and say hello to Ada.
Oh, I don't know who he is, just that he's an asshole. And I'll be taking that. It looks like our mission to disrupt Salamandra in this outpost has been successful. And what have we here? Another cutscene. More of them. And we can't have that. Because we prefer Salamandra dead, don't we? Wait, is that a werewolf? Oh dear. This could be bad. Do we have to fight that thing? I really hope not. I sincerely hope we don't have to fight that werewolf, because, quite frankly, I don't think we could take it. Besides, I can't say I'm that upset about it. It didn't kill that guy for some reason, and it did us the favor of ridding us of all those Salamandra goons. So if we can not have to fight him and just get away with a mild injury, quite frankly, I'm alright with that. But I don't think we'll be that lucky, frankly.
Geralt,
You know me?
it's me. It's me, Captain Vincent.
What?
This explains your
Captain
disappearance as a
Vincent
brat.
is a werewolf?
I was covering you. Those imbeciles didn't even crawl from the sewer.
You want thanks?
Just tell me what you learned.
Okay. Yeah, if this... Yeah, I am actually going to tell him because Vincent has been, in his own odd way, helpful to us. And we are helping his lover try and cure a werewolf. And seeing as we know it's him, thanks to the connection, and Geralt, in his own sort of unique way, does believe that Vincent is trying to do what he considers the right thing, and sort of respects him for it, even if we can't say we trust him. Because of all of that, we are actually going to reveal what we found out. So yeah, someone named Radovid spoke to the salamanders through a teleprojection.
Radovid spoke to the salamanders through a teleprojection.
The King of Redania?
King of Redania. Wow.
Confused, but they have mutual friends.
Anything else?
Nothing special.
We're on the same side.
Yeah, I can help you break the spell, apparently.
I can help you break the werewolf spell.
No need. I'm better at catching criminals this way. Also, the criminals fear this terrible monster that defends the poor. Meaning me.
Well, tell me this. Why should I spare you?
Why should I spare you?
Why wouldn't you?
You kill humans.
How many have fallen by your sword?
Okay, that's a good point.
I'm not a monster on the inside, unlike you.
Yes, you are right about that, I have to say. Appearances aren't what defines being a monster, and that's definitely something that Geralt understands. We are not going to kill Vincent.
You're right. Appearances don't matter.
We did spare that talking ghoul, after all,
Both be on our way.
so not sparing Vincent after that would make Geralt a bit of a hypocrite, wouldn't it? And yeah, we definitely do believe that not every monster deserves to die. But how do we get out of this area is what I want to know. This direction. What's over there? I'm trying to find how we get ourselves out of here right now, and I'm not seeing it. At least he ain't talking about us. Or I don't think he is, anyhow. So, Old Forge.
I'm not liking this. Better check the cellar.
Okay, what is this place then? Yeah, this is just me wandering around while I try and figure out how to get
The
back.
hideout of Vincent the werewolf. Did he think himself a superhero?
Oh, an entrance to the sewers. We can use that. To get ourselves out of here. Nice. Oh, wait. Silver sword, please. And let's get rid of these things. Thank you very much. You need to die. And not do your ridiculous dodging. Which shouldn't happen the way it does. So, first of all, we'll go to the meteorite sword. Because we don't want to get out a silver sword if we end up fighting Salamandra. That would be ridiculous and inconvenient in the extreme. So now, we have a couple of quests we need to advance. We have to go to the new Narcourt Inn and talk to Luvarden and presumably Triss about this communication stone we found. And then we have to discuss Vincent's condition with Carmen, that prostitute in the Temple Quarter. So first of all, up these stairs we go. And I'm going to quick save just in case things go horribly wrong.
Yes?
I
found a magical stone at the Salamander hideout.
I found a magical stone at the Salamander hideout.
Show it to Triss. She knows about such things.
I thought.
I know nothing about magic.
Oh. Yeah, I thought he'd at least know the basics. Apparently not. But yes, we will speak to Triss now. So first I'm going to go back up here and I'll head into this area. And see if Triss is around, and indeed she is.
Witcher.
Yeah, first we'll go with this and see if we can't do something else.
About my identity.
Any progress?
No, we're not saying that
I'm
just
still
because it
analyzing.
was a one-time thing and we helped him because we liked him as a person
Witcher.
and not because we agreed with the Scoia'tael's ideals. But yeah, listen, Triss, I found a magical stone at the Salamandra hideout and Luvarden said I should ask you about it. Can you tell me anything?
Listen, I found a magical stone at the Salamandra hideout.
Interesting. Let me see. Geralt, it's a telecommunicator. It leaves a magical trace of any transfers.
Yeah, and we happen
Use
to
plain
see
language.
one.
With a bit of luck, we can use this to find the Salamander base.
So,
I need to speak with Luvarden. We'll talk later.
Alrighty. This banquet has been going on for a very long time. And this Radovid thing is apparently something we need to do in private.
We have news about Salamander.
Well, that was
Good news,
fast.
I hope.
Alas, no. Its influence reaches further than we anticipated.
And you have an offer for me.
Why the sarcasm? Salamander has strong political backing. We've been unable to convince town or military authorities to take them on.
How's that possible?
I suspect it relates to recent suspicious edicts.
Elaborate.
What will you do?
We need support. An army unit or similar force.
How does that involve me?
We'd like you to negotiate with our potential allies.
Negotiate. Geralt typically does his negotiations with a sword or by asking for money. But in this case, I think we are going to have to make an exception. Clearly, Luvarden and therefore Triss don't feel they're up to the task of negotiating, so Geralt to them would be the logical next choice, which he can sort of understand, so we'll give it a shot, even if he's not too confident in his ability to negotiate. So, who do you have in mind?
Who do you have in mind?
Salamander have ruffled some feathers. The Squatter, the Order of the Flaming Rose.
I'll see what I can do, but no promises.
I'll see what I can do.
If you succeed, we will meet them here.
Let's see. I have completed my quest. And we have to now choose to either side with the Scoia'tael or the Order of the Flaming Rose. Which is going to be difficult because as much as Geralt's kind of miffed with Siegfried about refusing to hear his side with negotiating with the Scoia'tael, his experience with most of them in the past, barring like Yevon or however you say his name, let's see, where's that again? Let's see. We have to talk to him. The Unforgiven, that's it. Yeah, Yavin. Barring like Yavin and that little group we helped, Geralt's not had good experience with the Scoia'tael, because they tend to be, as we've experienced, pretty racist towards humans, to be perfectly honest. But now they're an option for someone that we could get help from. Sorry about the silence, but I had a massive amount of audio and video stuttering during that loading screen, and as I was saying, now we have to choose to ally with either the Scoia'tael or the Order of the Flaming Rose, which is a bit complicated because Geralt's opinion of Siegfried was initially quite positive, and we respected him for his abilities and the fact that he was willing to fight monsters when most people would rather leave it to a witcher. And that he was willing to literally delve into the sewers among all that filth and what have you to do it. But our confrontation with the Scoia'tael at the bank, or Siegfried wouldn't even consider negotiating, despite the fact that, in Geralt's mind, they could potentially have hostages. That did not endear him to us, and our opinion took a sharp nosedive. On the flip side of things, we've never been very fond of the Scoia'tael from the beginning of the game, because they've been racist assholes towards everyone, towards every human, including Geralt, who's a witcher. And leaving innocent people to die at the hands of monsters in that tomb back in Chapter 2. We are not fond of them for that. So, Geralt is a little conflicted, to say the least, about how to approach this, because he was fond of Siegfried personally, but had no real opinion on the Order for a good long time, and then Siegfried behaved like an asshole, so our opinion went very far into the red. And we were not fond of the Scoia'tael because of their racist tendencies and extremist terrorism attitudes and behaviors. But then we met Yevon, and Geralt quite liked him for his moderate view and the fact that he was not an extremist, like so many of his companions and allies. So it's a bit of a conflicting points of view, even more so than when we had to choose between Triss and Shani for Alvin to stay with. This is even more conflicting, and especially uncomfortably for Geralt, it involves him getting involved in politics, which he loathes. But for the moment, we are going to be going to the Temple Quarter and talking to Carmen to see if we can't puzzle out this whole situation with Vincent the Werewolf. Which, I have to be honest, was a complete and utter shock to Geralt. He figured it wouldn't be someone we knew, and it was just some random imbecile who had a run of bad luck. First of all, we need our silver sword. That was interesting. Geralt, please put your sword away. God damn it, I can't loot the body. That's annoying. That's annoying. I expected to be able to loot the corpse. Next, we are going to quick save. And we're heading back into the Temple Quarter. To talk to Carmen about her werewolf boyfriend. Which, she has to be a rather unique character, despite being a prostitute. She's the only person... She is, I imagine, one of the few people Geralt would meet who finds out their lover is a werewolf, and it doesn't bother them beyond how can they find a cure for the whole being a werewolf thing. That's a rather unique and tolerant perspective to have towards something which is probably considered fairly bad and the kind of thing you want to keep the hell away from in pretty much every regard. Which is interesting and kind of nice. Shut up, lady. Okay, next off, we're going to light this fire and meditate until daytime. Yeah, dawn, I'll say. And now we have a couple of things that we can do. First, hello, Carmen.
Greetings. You've returned safely.
The Hierophant revealed the cure for lycanthropy, but I must know your beloved's name.
I'll not betray my man's identity. I'd rather he stay a werewolf.
We already know.
Carmen, I already know that Vincent's the werewolf.
Please don't hurt him.
I'll try to help him. Listen carefully.
Yes?
I spoke to the Hierophant about your man's affliction.
I spoke to the Hierophant about your man's affliction.
Or Hierophant, I
Oh.
prefer.
Overnight, Vincent should wear a shirt woven from fool's parsley, and the spell will be lifted.
That's what I'll do.
I'll fetch some fool's parsley leaves.
I'll be waiting.
Okay. 5 fool's parsley leaves. How much fool's parsley do I have? Show all ingredient types. We have 2 fool's parsley leaves. It's going to be a bit more expensive than going out to the swamp. But I'm going to see if the local alchemists don't have any fool's parsley for sale. And I'll accept being slightly ripped off, if only to get that quest done a little bit faster than what I would if I had to go out to the swamp and search for fool's parsley. First of all, yeah, you're the herbalist.
What do you need?
If you have it, I need fool's parsley. You don't have it. Can't really say I'm all that surprised, to be honest. All the king's men. I'll go back into the trade quarter to speak with Triss next. We're not going to discuss the werewolf matter with Vincent at the moment. Arranging this cure with Carmen is probably the best approach, rather than trying to convince him of what to do. Because he'll never listen. And to us, but he might listen to Carmen. And about a cure.
Armed as you are, I'd stay clear of the guards.
So, for the present... First, we're going to go and visit the alchemist in the trade quarter and see if they sell fool's parsley. And then we'll go to Triss's house. If there's no fool's parsley there, then we will have to go to the swamp and wander around in order to get it. Okay, merchant. Let's see, arms dealer, swordsmith, alchemist. I was hoping, for an herbalist, but they might be the same thing.
A witcher completes this mess.
Right.
Hide your women.
Oh, shut up, you asshole.
Scheme afoot.
Expensive and inferior.
You won't find it cheaper elsewhere.
Okay, booze vendor who doesn't sell booze because of restrictions. Textile vendor. Come on now. Where is the alchemist? That's what I have to know. Somewhere in this direction is what the map is telling me. Wholesaler, perhaps?
My friend Julian wishes to enter the
Or not.
antiques business. I wonder where he finds such goods. That's what I'll do.
Oh, there you are.
If you're drawn to the secret arts, especially alchemy, you're certain to want my wares.
I'm in need of some fool's parsley. You don't have it, so farewell. In that case, it is time for us to visit Triss.
Armed as you are, I stay clear of the guards.
So, time for us to head upstairs and talk to Triss. In private, so we can actually do this one. Hello, Triss.
You're so good with Alvin.
And you are wearing some very revealing night clothes. Those Missy. So, first of all, we need to have a little chat about this. Know anything more about that magic communicator I gave you?
Know anything more about that magic communicator I gave you?
It allows conversations over short distances. With some knowledge of magic, one can draw quite a bit of information from it. If the salamanders were using it to communicate with their base, I should be able to pinpoint its location.
Short distances. Interesting. Can you check the last communication?
The communicator sent a signal to a house in Vizima. It's marked on your map. Is there something I should know?
I
Yeah.
have a hunch. I'll check it out.
All right, but be careful.
Okay, I'll see you later then.
I'll see you later.
Destination of the signal, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna go and check that out right now, I think. It's not like there's a titanic number of things I'll be immediately doing, because I want to avoid having to pick sides between the Scoia'tael and the Order of the Flaming Rose, if at all possible. I'm going to have to do it eventually, but Geralt hates politics, so he wants to put it off for at least a little bit. That, and there's the fact that he kind of respects both groups for different reasons, and does not want to have to ruin that with one of them. This door is where we're going next, so I will quick save. Radovid the Stern. Hello.
Hello again, Witcher.
Greetings, Radovid.
No magic mirror between us this time. I'm pleased you found my sanctuary. Triss Merigold lent a hand, am I right?
He's
Triss.
certainly in the know
Not
about a
personally,
lot of things.
But I know Philippa Eilhart, and that's like knowing all sorceresses. I wish to speak with you, Witcher.
First off, let's get down to it. Who are you? And I'm not referring to your name.
Who are you? And I don't mean your name.
Good question, but one with no simple answer. I was raised at the Redanian royal court. My father was murdered during the war with Nilfgaard. Ever since, I lost interest in toys. I've strived to regain my heritage, find my father's murderers, and introduce order to my
Oh
lands.
great, he's a
Sadly, I'm
politician.
surrounded by corrupt traitors, overly ambitious sorceresses, and frustrated chaplains of the Eternal Fire.
From what I've seen, the upper crust in Temeria is the same.
Nothing attracts sons of bitches like power.
You wanted something?
Familiar with these strange edicts in Vizima?
I've heard about them.
They bear the royal seal, but some suspect fraud.
Tell me more.
It's just as Tala said. Foltest didn't sign these. I'd recognize his signature.
You know Thaler?
Certainly. Be a fool not to know Temeria's chief
Then
of
do you know
intelligence.
he's dead?
So Foltest didn't declare martial law.
No. I feel I should inform him of this.
Okay. Who is Philippa, by the way?
Who is Philippa?
One of Redania's most prominent citizens. She has bribed, dazzled, and bullied half of Redania's elite. She also belongs to the Lodge of Sorceresses, as does your Triss.
They don't accept sorcerers?
No. Each sorceress believes she's to decide the fate of the world. Sometimes they do.
If you say so.
Don't disregard sorceresses. Beautiful, wise, helpful. At least so they present themselves. Someday, I'll put them in their place. Though in her favor, Triss once betrayed her girlfriends.
Yeah. Geralt definitely trusts Triss. I don't think that's in question. She's helped him out countless times so far, and saved his life at least once, so I don't think the fact that he trusts her is something you can call into question. I trust Triss.
I trust Triss.
Mark my words.
And I can't say I trust you, to be perfectly honest.
What's your connection to Ada?
I had hoped to persuade her to marry the King of Redania, which would benefit both kingdoms. With Foltest's help, our king could finally rid himself of all the parasites surrounding him. In turn, Redania could support Temeria in its fight against the Scoia'tael. I need not mention the benefits of increased trade. The kingdoms united could resist the expanding powers of the knightly orders and the guilds. Additionally...
Enough. You've convinced me, but I'm not Ada.
And you, Witcher, what do you think of Foltest's daughter?
What do you want to know?
You're an expert on monsters. You broke her Strigger spell.
True.
Can she bear children?
I don't see why not.
Healthy, human children?
I believe so. One of the knowing could examine her.
Thank you. Keep this conversation confidential, and please don't meddle in Redania's dynastic intentions.
I generally don't meddle, so you have nothing to fear, Your Majesty.
When did you figure it out?
Well, there's the way you spoke of Redania, of Ada, and then there's your ring.
If ever in Redania, visit the royal court. Farewell.
Farewell, King.
Ho ho! So, Geralt just had a conversation with the King of Redania. Interesting. And from what we know of him by now, I'm sure you can all work this out, but that was Geralt being polite. We won't be continuing that quest. I imagine it's one of those that will complete in some way or another. So first of all, I'm going to cancel tracking on that. So yeah, that was a very interesting conversation to have, because we were speaking to the King of Redania like he was just some random passers-by, which should give you an idea about how many shits Geralt gives about politics and nobles, if you hadn't figured that out already. None at all. None at all. And with that, I think it's time to draw a close to this session. So, this has been Dark Phoenix Ninja 92. You've been watching Let's Play The Witcher Enhanced Edition. If you've enjoyed, then I'd appreciate it if you'd like, comment, or subscribe. Hey Ben, please let me know what you think of this video and how I can improve and stuff like that. I am really enjoying this game so far, and I imagine I will keep on doing so. next time we will probably do a bunch of random side quests if we can, and try to take care of some of our Witcher contracts that we still have outstanding. So, I will see you then. Bye.